Well, hello, farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose. And we are back on our farm here in the province of North Brabant, and it is time to continue with our harvest of barley. Quite a bit of work to do, so I thought we'd go ahead and get started here. We're going to automate quite a bit of this today, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is record a course for this guy. He's going to be our tipper. And so let's go ahead and get him set up and recorded. Make a quick adjustment there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and bring up course play and we'll start recording a course. And this is going to be our barley to the silo course. And we'll just record this real quick for you guys. And this will be a refresher for anybody who's wondering how to do a little course play. I don't mind every once in a while showing these because some people might wonder how to do certain aspects of it and haven't watched all the videos. So we'll run this guy over to the silo, and again, I'm recording this without the trailer on the back. Simply because I'm going to be doing a backing maneuver, and because that I want to record without the trailer on. That way I can back the tractor all the way in, because we record off of the center of the tractor, but when we're using this it will actually trigger off of the back of the trailer. So it's kind of funny the way this actually works. So we'll bring it in, make a nice loop around here, pull in. Then when we get to our barley stand, we'll pull forward. That'll give our trailer enough room to get straight. I'll click it into reverse, and then we'll just back a straight line in. And when you're doing this, remember you want to back up all the way in, because this spot right here, right now we're recording it where the tractor is, but this will be where the end of the trailer ends up. And that's what you're setting, so the trailer will actually back up to this point. So then we just pull forward and we'll return back to the field. Very important that you remember that the course that you set up, when you switch into reverse and you've got that trailer on the back of it, course play switches to the trailer, the back of the trailer, as the key point on that, so it will only back up to the end of the trailer. It took me a little while to learn that. So if you recorded that with the trailer on and you back the trailer all the way in there, it would have recorded where the tractor was sitting, and then when you played it back, the trailer would only back up as far as the tractor went. It's kind of confusing. Just trust me on that one. Alright, so we'll bring this guy right here and we'll stop him. And we'll be good to go. And we will save that course. And I need to look where I'm at, because I forget my numbers. 48 and 49. So we'll save this. F48-49. And not 39, 49, dum-dum. And we'll say barley to silo. I'll save that. And for organizational purposes, I'll go in here and move that into my barley folder. So I'm just going to click on my move folder, drop that into barley. And now in my barley folder, you will see field 4849 barley to silo. How about that? Alright, so let's load that course in. There we go. Let's go over and hook up our trailer so we have it ready to go. Get this guy hooked up. Oh, that didn't work. I'm just off. You gotta have that right in the center, and I don't have it. There it is. Alrighty. Driving through the Barley, making a mess. Alright, so let's get this thing set up now. We've got our course loaded. We're going to activate four-wheel drive. We are going to be tipping. We are going to tip for the case axial flow. Yeah, start at 50%. We know what course we're running. We are in combine mode. We can drive the course. And we'll go get in this guy and get it fired up. I guess this thing's already at 50%. And it's wanting to come tip it. Let's get that out of the way. And the dude's far is already getting stuck because it's stupid. Alright, course play. We are work mode. On a course, we are in field number 49. And our working width is right. Starting corner is going to be in the southeast. And starting direction, we're going to be headed to the west. And let's see, do we need a headland? Why not? One headland to find our course. And we can go ahead and start driving. And I can go over here and fix this moron who has, yeah, course play. You're about dumb as a brick. Wow, how does it do this every time? I had to cut a tree down yesterday because it just wrapped around a tree. It hates me. Drive course. Alright, with that doing its thing, maybe we can get over here and get some work done. Alright, so while that's doing its thing, we're going to jump in the JCB here and put it to work. Let's fire it up. I think we can use the JCB for what we're about to do. I'm hoping we can use the JCB for what we're about to do. Otherwise, we have to go swap it and the dude's out. So, let's see what I need to do here. I need to change this out. There we go. Alright. And we're still a little bit of ways away from doing our... That didn't seem right. It didn't do right. There we go. We're still a little bit ways off from getting our chaff done. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just brain dead this morning. We're still a little bit ways away from getting our chaff done, so we are just going to go ahead and do some field work in the meantime. And rather than make y'all sit through some more harvesting, I thought we'd do a little plowing today. Because as I did mention, I want to get back to doing plow work. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be working on today. So we'll pull over here and we'll get started on our field. And we'll, if I can remember how to get this thing unfolded, we'll get it set up. And we'll do this a little bit of the proper way and a little bit of the my way. I'll do the my way first, and then we'll do the proper way a little bit. Restart that. We'll go ahead and turn on GPS, and we'll work a little bit with GPS on this. But so to get your width on your plow and make sure you get it right, just jump in the store. This guy is 4.5 meters. So 4.8 is what it's telling me this is. I'm not going to use GPS this go around. I'm going to turn it off. And I'm just going to line this up and eyeball it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep my front set of tires right on the outside edge of the field, and that should be right for me in plowing wise. So I drop down my plow, and the first line that I run, I will run with my implement tossing out of the field. And I know that goes against probably anything I've ever told you, but my first run I always turn out of the field, and then every other run I always turn back into my furrows. That's the way I always plow at home. I will come back usually with a blade or something and toss that little bit of ground that pitches out. I'll usually toss that back into the field, but I always turn my first line like so, and then I plow the rest of the way out. Alright, so that's what we're going to kind of do, is just work on doing a little plowing today. We could do it with GPS, or we can do it this way. I'll show you both ways. Doing it just this way is pretty straightforward and simple. It's the easiest way to do it, and it's the way I do it in real life. I don't use a GPS to plow. In real life, I always do it this way. Alright, so first time I can turn. Ooh, can't make that turn. So I'll turn back around. And so what I will do now is I will line up my tractor, and I'll put my front left tire back into the furrow that I just plowed. Go ahead and flip my implement so it is pitching back over. And now, from now on, I will always plow back into my furrows. So that means my first blade is going to toss its dirt back into the previously plowed furrow. And that's the way I will always do it from here on out. So, and that's the easiest way to plow, in my opinion, is, and that's the way I do it in real life, like I said, is I just stick that front tire in the furrow and let it go and do its thing. And you never have an issue that way. And you always have a nice straight field. Pretty easy way to do it. So we'll get this field turned. And ready to go for our next planting, which is going to be canola, since we did have a high demand on canola. Anyways, I see my Dutes Far has found another tree to run into. Course play. I have to babysit you all the time when we do this. Alright, let's go babysit the Dutes. Stupid. Just absolutely stupid. Why it has to be so dumb. It's supposed to be artificial intelligence, not artificial stupidity. Oh. Alright, where are we at? Alright, so I want to turn away, rotate, turn back into it. Sort of like a figure eight. Set back up, drop my plow, and I start rolling. If this tractor had a plow spec on it, it'd be really nice, because then it would actually fall into the furrow, and you could tell that you were actually in it. But you know, that's not the way Giants rolls. So yeah. So anyways, we'll continue on with this little path and plow a little bit. Jumping cab a little and keep it going. Now there's another way I can do this, and I can do it with to be completely efficient. I can do this with the use of GPS. So with this completely straight right now, I'm just going to go ahead and turn GPS on. I am going to set up my path and make sure that I get a new one lined up. And yeah. Alright, so let's lift our implement. And I will go ahead and turn over here. Rotate my head. Turn back around. So that I pull in. Get lined up here. Alright, so what I need to do on GPS is to get lined up. I need to get my field right. I need to get rid of course play off of there. And I need to bring up my situation here. I need to rotate my offset so it's on the right side. Things aren't completely right yet either, so I need to just move this over here. Let me get my implement straight because it is not straight on the back of this. So if I get this all straight now, and it looks straight, I go ahead and set up a new. And if everything's right, that purple offset is where I should be plowing to reach maximum effectiveness according to this. So if I enable GPS and I let it do the steering, it should have my offset set right, and it's a little bit off. So we're going to back up here and just massage my course over ever so slightly. Let's get it over there for now. The first time is always your once you get it set up and in the right place, it'll run pretty much flawless. So I've got my offset is telling me where to plow, which is the purple line. The green line is dead center in my working width, which it does have my working width a little bit wide. It's set for 4.8 meters. It really ought to be 4.3 or 4.5. Let's change that down to 4.5 meters, or as close to 4.5 as we can get. There we go. That'll help out a little bit as well. Alright, so again, the green line is the center of my working width. The purple line is the offset to where the plow needs to be. And then the red lines is the total working width. Now, I want that purple line to rotate every time because I'm going to rotate my head. So in order to do that, I need to go and click this button here, which is the auto rotate, and that's going to rotate that offset so it's on the left side of the green line. When we come back up the field, it needs to be on the right side of the green line. So with that set to auto, it will automatically flip every time we get to the end of the field. So when I rotate my head, that's one thing I don't have to worry about doing. It'll do it for me. So we get to the end of the field. We'll pick up our head. We'll go to the right. We'll rotate our tool. We'll turn back around. As we do, our line will rotate. We'll line back up. I'll engage that. come into the field, drop my head, and we are plowing again. It's one of those things that, like I said, using GPS for this, it ensures that your maximum efficiency, but at the same time, it's one more thing I got to deal with, and I can almost plow faster without it, because I just know I need to keep that tire in the furrow and go straight on. So it's to each his own. Everybody has a different style in the way they like to do it. Obviously, I need to go babysit my other tractor again because it's stupid. Stop the stupid driver. Every time he's doing this, and I don't understand why he is being so dumb. Ah, course play. How I loathe you sometimes. Alright. So anywho, so that's what we got going on today. Not a whole lot. And by the time we finish this harvest, we'll be ready to start chaffing. Hadn't really received any comments on what machinery you want to see me use for the chaffing, so I think I'll probably just pick and choose and use what I want to use, if it don't matter to y'all. So man, it's gonna hit that tree and pop out a little bit. Alrighty. Ooh, I need to reset my graphics card. Just realized I don't have any mirrors. I'm in medium. Had to change my graphics settings. I was playing with Recon and Landy last night on a different map, and I just couldn't get any decent frame rate, so I changed my graphics. That didn't help, and I never reset it, so I'm on lower graphics setting right now. I don't think you'll really tell the difference, but I don't have mirrors because of it. And we'll get that adjusted. Plow on, plow on. So yeah, so this is plowing. Kind of one of those things. Kind of boring. But in real life, an essential thing that you need to do. Got to break up that ground. A lot of people are intimidated by plowing, and I think it's just because they don't know how to do it right. And don't understand that you're plowing back into the field, not plowing ahead. So it's pretty simple once you know what you're doing. That stupid dude's far. Once again, it's in the same position. Why it keeps running in like that, I do not understand. Just doesn't make any sense to me why it is continuing to do the same thing every time. That's about done over there, so we'll get one more plow done before we have to change that up. I need to rotate our head around. Alright, so as soon as we finish plowing this, we'll go over there and set those guys up on the next field and let them continue on. And hopefully that dude's far won't run into the combine every single time. Kills me that that's happening. I'm gonna hit my left control and my period button and get rid of that GPS control panel, though I'm still gonna use the GPS just to keep my line straight. Alright, let's jump over and get into the combine here. Stop the driver. Lose the course. Pull in the pipe. And I want to go start on that far end over there. Simply because if I start on this end and work through there, man, that's a lot right there to leave, isn't it? Anyways, I'll start on this other side over here next to the tree line by the chicken pen, because if I don't and I start over here, those trees over there will have some issues with hanging up, so we'll start over there. And if I try to start on the other corner, like I said, by the time it gets around here, it'll need to be dumped, and there's no clearance for that to happen. Alright, so let's set up our course here. We're now on field number 48. And we are headed in the southeast corner, headed west, one headland. Everything's pretty much the same. Bada bing, bada boom. Drive the course. And we're off to the races. And that other guy should be able to come over with no problems. Alright, so let's raise this guy up. Let's head on out of here. Rotate our head. Spin around. And we'll plow on. This is when you need the radio jamming, kicking out some good tunes. You're just in the field all day long, plowing back and forth. Cold beverage in the cooler. Yeah, if you're doing that recreationally, yeah. I know guys who do this for a living, and they bring their cooler with their lunch, everything, put it right in the tractor with them, and this is where they're at the entire day, plowing along. I do it for fun. I don't do it for a living. I don't care what you say. Farmers are probably the hardest working people on earth, and probably the most underappreciated people on earth. And their livelihood is, there's no guarantee for them in life. Most people, you go to work, you go through your routine, and you pretty much know that your paycheck's there at the end of the week. Your product is going to come out. You put in, you know you're going to get whatever you input, you know you're going to get out. And for a farmer, there's no guarantee. You put it in, you do the work, then you're at the mercy of Mother Nature. Anything can happen. Storms, hail, insects, drought, too much rain. You never know. And then you can have a great yield but horrible prices. And yeah, it's tough life. And then you got the government gets involved and makes it even worse. It's something my uncle does, and I don't wish it upon my family. I love it, but it's not something I would do for a living. Too much of a headache. Alright, so what else? I think this is about it. Productivity wise, farm is moving along. We've got about 40 chickens that are ready to sell. We've got almost 20 head of beef, 20 pigs about ready to be slaughtered. So I think when we get up to 20, we'll go ahead and haul them off and get some money for those. And then we'll have some fruit trees. Oops, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Fruit trees will be ready to harvest. Need to get that stump ground down. Look, the dude's far slipping. Go figure. Seriously? What is it doing? It's possessed. I'm telling you, this thing has got a mind of its own. Drive course. There we go. Meanwhile, that guy is almost completely full. And the Dutes Fars is playing games over there. Tell you, I'm not having too much luck with course play lately. I'm having a lot of issues with it. And there hasn't been an update recently either, so I don't know what's going on. A lot of collisions. So I think the game plan is going to be to, for this field, this next plant, I think what we'll do is we'll throw, might buy us a slurry tanker and some slurry goodies so we can start using that, because we've got plenty of slurry now. So we might get a slurry spreader and come back, put plenty of slurry down in the field, cultivate it under, and then do our planting, and that'll be our fertilizer step. Kind of want to move away from the whole lime thing, since lime is pretty much, now that we're doing the map with the soil mod, we're doing lime on it as a soil neutralizer, which is really what it is. It's to manage your pH. I think we'll move away from it in this instance, and we'll move towards using manure and slurry on the field to do some fertilizing. Not sure how far that's going to go though, because we do have quite a few fields and we don't have a ton of slurry. We'll let it go as far as it can go though. So we got the money to go ahead and buy a tanker and a field side kit, or field side container. So we'll go ahead and buy all that, and we'll start getting involved with doing that. Pick us up a truck maybe. And mess with slurry, because it's something that we haven't done so far in our videos. So we'll move that direction, do a little bit of that. I know it's boring, but I actually like plowing. I know that seems kind of silly, doesn't it? But see, here's the difference in the GPS version and my version of doing this. It won't take me near as much time by using GPS because I'm more efficient. As you can see, the path that you actually need to take to get the most optimal and efficient line is inside, with this particular plow, is an inside path actually in the field. Whereas I would be in the furrow, I would be missing a little bit every time, because I would be another plow width over plowing, whereas this has got it going right down the edge of where you're plowing. So it's a little bit more efficient to do it on GPS than it is to do it my way. Then again, if you know you just need to have your tractor tires right on this edge of the chop straw, you'll know exactly where you need to line it up to get the most out of your path. So keep that in mind. It's a little bit different with every plow you use. Now, if you use the red two-stage plow, that's the nice big plow, it has more of an overhang, so you have more of an offset. You have to just kind of mess with each plow and get used to it, and then you'll know where your settings are according to each one of them. What do I mean by two-stage plow? I'm sure you're saying, what's he talking about? A two-stage plow has two sections in it. You have your front section and you have a rear section. And what happens a lot of the times on your hydraulics is, because you're coming into your field and you're setting up, when you drop the front section, the back section drops just a little bit behind the front. So that way you're putting... Oh, this is nasty. I don't know why that didn't do right. When you drop your... Anyway, with a two-stage plow, what happens is as you drop your front section, the back section doesn't drop as fast as the front does. That way you can start your front plow going into the dirt closer to the edge of the field, so you don't have to have as deep of a headland. And as you plow forward, as you start moving forward, you start to drop your head. You're cutting, your lead plow starts to cut in, it pulls the rest of it down, and then the back section lowers in as it enters into the field and plows in. And then as you lift, your front section will lift faster than the back section, so you carry your momentum coming out of the field, and the back will stay in the dirt a little bit longer than the front will as you plow. So that's what a two-stage plow, what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a two-stage plow. There may be a more technical term for it that is used in the industry, but that's the way I've referred to it most of my life. Alright, I'm going to do one more head, or one more lane, and then we'll call this a video. You're probably already... There's probably nothing but me and crickets watching this video at this point, because it is plowing. And plowing can be boring. I sort of still like stuff like this. I need to get a second plow going and do two plows at once. That would be a little more interesting. I'll have to try that later. I know how to do it with course play. It's just getting the timing right on it'll be tricky. Alright guys, so little plowing for you. I'll continue to get this done and work towards getting this field set up and show you where we're at with the rest of the fields real quick. As you can see, our productivity with our beef is at 100%. We've got 17 available for slaughter. Fattened chickens, we're up to 41, 100% productivity. Beef 17. Our cattle, 110%. They're doing real good. Putting out plenty of milk now. As far as manure, we've got plenty of manure. Liquid manure, 24,000. So we should have plenty of slurry. And then our fields with our corn in it, they're starting to get close on these, which was our first plant, and this is our second plant. So these guys are getting close to being ready. So I'm thinking we'll use the Krone Big X Beast Pack with the Krone in the front and the hopper on the back, and then just use a tipper to come unload it. That's a game plan anyways. I'm welcome for your suggestions. If you guys want to put a little input in as to what you want to see done, let me know. All right. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. As always, appreciate it. You guys rock. We're creeping up towards the 500 subscriber mark, and that's crazy to me. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and I always appreciate the comments. You guys are awesome. Appreciate the input from everybody. Like the videos if you enjoy them. Subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer and you like what you're seeing. I do a new video every day, so check it out, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye, gang.